Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the World Class Championship Wrestling Review Series. We moved through January of 1986. Things have not gotten bad yet. We open with Jack Victory against Iceman King Parsons. Victory has routinely been one of the highlights of the last several months here in World Class because he's just a really untouchable talent. He gets right up in the face of Parsons early, and Parsons goes right at him. Parsons has aggression that he normally doesn't have with a rookie talent, but Victory is not your typical rookie by any stretch of the imagination. Victory sent out to the floor, bails out quick, and Parsons, of course, a former tag team champion, among other things, here in World Class, been here for several years, and instantaneous heat when these two do battle. Arm bar and arm lock by Parsons. Meanwhile, Victory insists that his hair is being pulled. This is not a factual statement, and the referee doesn't fall for it. Anyway, Victory manages to grab a chin lock and kind of go to town there. Really basic, simple match. Tells a very simplistic story, but a good match for what it is. And we do end up seeing that, in fact, let me grab my phone real quick. It is, in fact, Victory who manages to gain a bit of a advantage with the cheating, but does run shoulder first into the steel post. That's enough to get things going in a negative direction for him, because then the butt soon follows, and Parsons gets a victory. Tommy Montana, Gino Hernandez up next. Hernandez and Adams have broken up, so Hernandez more cocky than normal, and that says a lot because he's never been a shy fella by any stretch of the imagination. Hernandez pitches his opponent out of the ring quite a few times, and snapmare takeover and a lot of just carrying of weight as Hernandez is not impressed or interested in letting Montana get any offense. He gets a couple of elbows here and there, but nothing major. Hernandez still one of the best in World Class, one of the best in the world at the time. Shame that he passes away way too soon later in this year. That'll be a hard cover because he's been a big part of what's made World Class in the last year and a half. Anyway, Montana does eventually get several shots in on Hernandez, but ends up getting cut off with a back elbow, and Hernandez also goes back to the sleeper hold like maneuver, and that leads in a direction that he doesn't necessarily want. Um, Hernandez is a guy who is always looking for cheap ways to get ahead. Good heel, and that's there. We kind of we see another comeback. Montana is given a lot in this match. Probably the best match he's had in terms of continuances. And then we see, meanwhile, Chris Adams make his way out, and Adams and Hernandez finally do some battle. It is Adams who takes the majority, does not get the super kick, but he gets about everything else in between. We then see highlights of the Freebirds and Von Erichs from, I believe, a Reunion Arena show. Looks like that lighting. Lance Von Erich and Kevin and Kerry against all three Freebirds in a six-man tag team encounter. Michael Hayes not happy with things. Interesting that every time they show Reunion Arena, or seems like every time, there's a difference in quality of color. So maybe different type of camera used. I don't really know, but there is a color discrepancy when they show these reunion arena shows. I don't know if it's the lighting or what it is. Anyway, Gordy and Lance Von Erich square off pretty aggressively with each other, and Von Erich tries to take him over, and you can definitely see Lance is by far not a guy that belongs in the ring with the Freebirds. It doesn't pan out well. Uh, you know, Hayes winds up on his backside, courtesy of dealing with Kerry Von Erich, and the match unfolds quite a bit in the next little while as we continue to see, Irish whip and a huge clothesline by Terry Gordy. Gordy still in amazing shape. I don't really like match clips because, again, you don't see the whole flow of the match. Needless to say, though, Gary Von Erich chasing after a cheating Michael Hayes on the arena floor, and it is clear that the Freebirds have not changed their ways in any stretch of the imagination. This breaks down into a six-way brawl. The Freebirds claim victory, but they are not your champions, and basically the brawl breaks down for everyone to see. However, the Freebirds discuss the six-man championship win that happens a few weeks after that match took place, and they are very happy to be the six-man tag team champion. The Michael Hayes actually refers to Kerry Von Erich as a steroided freak. They actually mock Fritz Von Erich and that they've traveled the world. The Von Erichs haven't been able to because they hide behind their dad. Just some really strong stuff. Then we move to our main event, Brian Adias and the Grappler. Grappler is still your Texas heavyweight champion, and they're given, I don't know, about 8 minutes or so. The Grappler is able to, no pun intended, but grapple well with Adias. Adias, of course, starts out in Texas because of his tie-in with the Von Erich family, and he's had moderate success, but the Grappler keeping him well at hand here for the, I wouldn't necessarily say for the duration, but very basic match. Lots of arm bars, lots of holds, gets several minutes out of an uninterrupted arm bar, and, it's there. It's certainly there. Anyway, we see a continuation of the match and a breakdown. Adias looks as though he's going to win a few times throughout the match, does not get everything he wants out of the contest, and is able to keep on his feet. We do see the Grappler upside down body slam in the corner, tree of woe style. The Grappler is going to town on Adias. Adias gets out of the situation with the help of the official. Several near falls attempted, and some of them more successful than others. Snap suplex takeover 1, 2, but no. The Grappler out the back door in a hurry, and Grappler tries to go for, or winds up on the receiving end of the backslide. Adias cannot hold on to him there. Then we kind of see a continuation, big back body drop, awkward landing for the Grappler, actually awkward takeoff more accurately, and it affected the landing. On the back body drop, we don't virtually see back body drops anymore. I remember when they were a major part of almost every match. Double underhook suplex by Adias. Adias really going to town for consistency's sake over the next several minutes here, and with, I don't know, about 2 minutes left in the program, both men hit head to head, and the Grappler comes up. Grappler does manage to load the boot, kick Adias in the stomach, and get the victory. Still your Texas champion, the Grappler, as we close the 18th of January 1986 edition of World Class. We'll be back with more right after this.